What's up, you guys? I'm back, and I'm going to just chit chat with you guys. If I feel like doing a carpool, I more than likely will. If I feel like it, we'll see. So if you guys have any questions about um, new moons, how to work with the moon, a new moon, and whatnot, this is the reading for that, or the video for that. So yeah, it's just checking in with everybody. I hope everybody's well. What's up, Ethan? Miley Cyrus. Is she still doing? I'm just playing. I don't know anything unless I like really listen to people and really pay attention to them. I don't know too much about like artists and all that. But yeah, let's talk new moon. So this new moon is in Cancer. So it's bound to be emotional. It might be good to like release emotional things. It might be good to pin those things out. It might be good to pin those things out and I don't know. It is hot in here. Anybody have any questions? Your OCD. It's hot in here. What do you mean your OCD? I probably won't keep this up, by the way. I always delete my little chit chats every now and then. I don't delete all of them, but I usually do. But for this new moon, I am setting a lot of intention, especially with it being Friday the 13th. That's like, I feel like that's just popping. A lot of people are scared of Friday the 13th. I see it as a lucky day. And that might be a good day to do like money rituals and stuff, love rituals, or set intentions for money, set intentions for love, like love, self-love, beauty, your health. Because Venus is Friday. Venus day is Friday. So, and then 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. It's going to be awesome. And then on top of that, we have this new moon energy. It's very powerful. Cancer represents like the family energy, the home, and all of that. So, I'm excited. So, I'm going to set some intentions. So, new moons, of course. New moons. Fifth harmony. I don't know. I might. I feel like I've been overindulging in a lot of celebrity readings, and I'm just like, I don't usually, that's not my thing. I would do celebrity readings every now and then, and it just seems so crazy. Like, I feel like I'm just doing them. I do them more than I feel like I do any other reading, and it's weird to me. So I'm not like a celebrity psychic reader like that. So, I don't know. I mean, it's fun, but Childish Gambino. I don't know. We'll see. I have to feel guided. Like, I take what I feel guided to do at the time. I don't know, but how do you guys feel about Friday the 13th? Because a lot of people see it as like a bad luck day. Everybody's freaked out. But I feel like it's a very lucky, powerful energy that you can utilize. I feel, at least I know. I'm about to utilize it for myself. It's dope. Like, what is yours, like, okay, well, I don't know if anybody else has any, like, new moon things that they like to do, like new moon rituals or, certain things that you do. And isn't Cancer ruled by the 4th house or no? I might be wrong. It could be the 5th house. I think Cancer is the 5th house. Never? I mean, you don't have to do anything special, but I'm a journal type of person when it comes to my new moons. I have a moon journal that I write all of my desires on. I might light a candle with my intentions or set it, but yeah, love spells. Yeah, like you're trying to initiate something is good on the new moon. Even releasing energy is good on a new moon because like you're setting new things, intentions for. just write, okay, me, I just write a list of like certain things that I wish to manifest within that time frame. If it's something immediate, I might do that. Or if it's 6 months later down the line. But usually if I'm really serious about it, I'll pin it down and write like, okay, it's already manifested. Like it's already there. But I find that it's best to do one at a time, not so much of a big list of things. Unless you're releasing energies, then yeah. A bath with Florida water and sea salt. Yeah, that's a good idea to do cleansing baths. It's always good to do that. Especially what you're trying to release. You can do a spell for whatever you can think of. And then like people go off of like certain things that other people tell them to do. I just do what I feel guided to do, and it usually works. It usually works. But I find that when I have like one intention and goal and I write it out as if it's already so, more than likely it's going to manifest. If I leave it alone, especially, but if I'm kind of like really attached to something, it's not going to manifest. Like, at least not any quicker by me focusing on it too much and harping on it and worried about it, no. But if I leave it alone and I trust in it, that's the successful ones for me at least. You're welcome, Ethan. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's really not because I don't know if it's like a confusing energy. That's why I try to stick to one big thing. Like, try to, like, one big thing. And then, thank you. My little trapezies, my little light sigils. I love sigils. I love them. If you guys do candles, like sometimes you can even write a prayer on your candle. Some people like write, so say you want better health or clearer thoughts. Like you would get a candle and you would write clear thoughts on your candle as your intention, and light it. You can do it that way too. It doesn't have to be like a big thing like I want to do this and I want to do that. But I do a release letter at least every new moon. I always do that. Like I think of anything that I feel guided to let go of and release, write it out, burn it in a safe container and release it outside. Just let it fly out. Like the ashes go. That's my way of releasing. I try to do cleansing baths. I do cleansing baths whenever I feel guided to. But it might be good for you guys on a full moon. The spiritual view, people going through awakening. Sure. I only go off my experiences. I never just talk about like stuff that I've never gone through. Like, yeah, you go through this process. Like, it's not like that for me. I'll talk about it from my experience. Like, bay leaves. I use bay leaves too, but I use them for like money though. But I guess you can use them for anything else. But I like those like crispy ones, the little crispy like ones that you get at the store. The dry bay leaves, and I write, yeah. Yeah, of course, Ethan. Y'all can do anything y'all want. I don't feel like there's really no rules to things unless, I mean, I don't. I really don't. I don't feel like there's any rules. Like anything you can think of, you can do, you can accomplish, you can have, you can manifest. The only blockage is you. Catnip? I've never heard of that. Candles for love. They have like specific like 7-day candles. I have some on my website. But I have a money candle though. But like for career, money and all that, you can create your own candles. Like get creative. That's what I do. You can buy any type of candle. It can be a smell good candle. It can be a tea light candle. It can be a plain candle. If you're working with like money, I mean green doesn't have to be, but that's the energy of money, right? Osiris. See, I learned with working with deities that they're kind of a part of you, and like not to worship them on a level where you're sub to them. That's what I learned. I kind of learned to like meet them in the middle, and it's like we work together, like we're on the same level. I never put it like, oh, you're above me, even though sometimes I'll call them, you know, mother, mama, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like that they're a part of me. They're not better than me. They're not higher and greater than me. I don't look at deities like that. You could work with a certain like you could, like if you want to work with love, pink, red, like passion, attractiveness, sexuality. Pink could be, you know, beauty and love. Yeah, you can. You can write it on the bulb of the candle. You can write even you don't gotta. It's not a big science to it. Just do what you feel guided to do. That's what I do. That's how I feel so much about I feel like my best spells that have worked is because I just do what I feel guided to do and I don't have no attachment to them. That's weird. Weight loss. I did a sigil for weight loss. I don't know if it's working. I feel like I'm kind of at my goal. I gotta learn. My sweets is my biggest problem. But other than that, actually, I was telling my friend because my friend is like, she has body goals in mind and she wants, you know, some enhancements without getting enhancements. And I was like, you know, I would try visualizations because not to say that it would just happen just naturally. Like, I feel when you set an intention, you might not know, like, oh, my butt's bigger. And it could be you were guided to, like, walk to work, or could be that you were guided to take the steps instead of taking the elevator. Or you might eat something more than normal that makes your butt bigger. It's just your intentions. But I've done a sigil. Hopefully that works with me. I don't know. I'm still working on it, though. I feel personally, personally, opening your third eye before you get all your chakras in alignment, that's actually a good question. I can see how it would cause some imbalances, yes. Because I feel like a lot of people do have, like, reached that place where they are intuitive and they see things, and they might not be in a place where they trust what they're seeing, or they could be all up in their ego and be like, I'm better than everybody because I got insight. You know, there's different effects to that. Personally, I'm not going to say, I would look into that. I'm not going to say, like, yeah, it's right or it's wrong, but I can see how it could be imbalanced to, you know, have that chakra open. But if it's meant and that just happens, it's meant to happen. You know, it might make you aware that other things within you are out of alignment and how to get in alignment. So I don't ever take it as like bad or good. Am I religious? No, I'm not religious. At least not anymore. I did grow up in a religious background, but no, I'm not anymore. I just connect with what I feel guided to connect. Yeah, visualizations. Like maybe even before you go to bed. Okay, because this is what I always think of. I remember I had this, it was like a supervisor that we had at this job I went to. And every morning they would play this on the projector. They would play this video from YouTube of like inspirations from different athletes and stuff. And the athletes would talk about how they would visualize their jump shots or their moves or whatever, their plays in their mind or what they were going to do. They would visualize it often, and then they actually made it happen when it actually came down to it. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but you're creating that momentum. You're creating that momentum. So if you have an idea, like a body goal in your mind, if you just manifest on that every day, somehow you're going to sculpt your body to get that way. It's like just leave the manifestation up to the higher power, your higher self. It's not about, okay, I got to do this and I got to do that. Like, if you feel guided to, of course. So I was telling my friend, like, it could be as simple as you being like, I don't know why I have a taste for yams today, because yams are supposed to be good for your butt, or sweet potatoes or whatever. So you just never know. Like, it happens naturally. Ew. What do spiritual people mean by clearance work to release or anything? I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't understand it. It is hard to meditate. It's something you definitely have to keep at. And I feel like the less distractions, the better. Like when you're in a quiet space where there's not a lot going on, um, there's no sound. I fall asleep when I try to meditate. Because you can get in a blissful state to where you just shut everything out and you're just gone. But meditation videos on YouTube can work. They can help you. I love binaural beats. Like binaural beats they help me go to sleep too, and that's good because it's kind of like the vibration and the energy in the binaural beats is actually healing you because we're energetic bodies, so it does work. Thank you, Ethan. I know I think I'd be doing lives too much, but really it's only because I have free time, and on top of that, my baby is on vacation out of town with her other side of the family, so I don't have any mommy duties necessarily right now, so I'm chilling. What do you mean it makes you think you're doing it wrong when you fall asleep? It's hard. Like, I mean, I can do it during the day, but when I get in a good, okay, because you see these like little my little walls, they have the little mandalas in them, and I meditate looking at them. Like I'll just watch them, and then sometimes I get lost and I'm just gone. I guess that's a good thing actually. I just want to be in a blissful state. That's what I want to, just be in a blissful state without having to get high, get drunk, or do anything. I want to be able to master that on my own without sex and all that other shit. Just do it on my own. You did? I love binaural beats. I love thunder sounds, oceanic sounds. Those sounds like, ooh, just helps me go to sleep. It does make you feel refreshed. Why did they hide? What can you do to release someone's energy? What do you mean, like cut cords with people's energy? Is that what you mean? It's hot in this mug. I haven't smoked weed in years. Maybe like 2 or 3 years. I have not smoked in a while. I've had an edible. Maybe like, I think it was like back in February. I had an edible. It was pretty bomb. But I don't need that. What can you do to release somebody's energy? I would say it is not easy, especially if the cords are thick. So if like this is somebody you've had sex with, that's not easy. If this is somebody you've known for years, it's not easy. Because there's that attachment there. And on top of that, there's spiritual cords there too, probably from other lifetimes. Sometimes you can't cut ties with people if there's like agreements and lessons to be learned with a certain person, because I've tried that, and if it's not completely done, you can't just cut the person out of your life. Of course, you could set the intention to make it easier on you. Is there another way that I can get through this or deal with this person? But it's not that easy. But it is simple to cut the toxicities out of the way. If you feel like you need to protect yourself from certain people, you can visualize. There's thousands of ways to do it. One way that I've tried, I do my burn letters, my release letters. I have to do that quite often every now and then if I feel like, okay, it's not working. I'll do protection spells on myself. I won't get into it because I want to, that's for me. But you can do different protection spells. You can call on Archangel Michael if you work with archangels. Envision him cutting the cords between you and another person, or you can visualize the cords being released and removed between you and another person. Do it with love, though, because it's kind of like you're accepting that you're free, you're done, not like, oh, I just got to get rid of it, just let it go. These are just my experiences. I'm not going off of like, oh, it's got to be this, and oh, it's got to be that, because this is what so-and-so did, this is what I do, and this is what works for me. But if you feel guided to do certain things, by all means, that's what you're, guided to do. Edibles are the worst. Oh, because yeah, they're a little more potent. Yeah. All of my gifts. Um, all of my gifts. I don't know. As far as spiritual gifts, I would say I don't like, oh, I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, but yeah, I am a medium. It does, I don't know, it does get uncomfortable. Like, sometimes you don't want to pick up other energies and stuff, but it is what it is. Um, even with people, like, I can pick up people's energies, and sometimes it's uncomfortable, so I guess they call that empathic. Um, I have premonitions every now and then. It's kind of cool, but then it's not cool. It's not cool. I mean, gifts, they are what they are. We all have them, but ours is different. It's nothing abnormal. Our gifts probably down here are pretty much nothing compared to the spirit realm, because it's like so much you can do spiritually. But I don't know. Yeah, I had to cut some like close people out of my life too. But it is what it is. To start seeing spirits, mm, I think as babies we all have that gift. Like um, we can see energies and stuff. It's not that big for me anymore. Like, it's not how it used to be. Like, at one point I could see things, but that was when I was little though. That was like probably like my daughter's age, probably like 7 or 8 or something. I used to have some weird experiences around her age, but I was never scared of them. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. I'm a weird child, I guess, or I was. Careful. Yeah, you have to be careful. Okay. I hate the word like careful and warning and stuff, but you have to be mindful. Let's say that. You have to be mindful. With walking, what it sounds like to me, Shar, like walking in graveyards, if you're an empath, you might even attract dead people too. Like, they might just be wanting to talk to you. They might, you just never know. And then when people pass on, you don't know where their energies are like, if they pass on peacefully, if they're at peace within themselves, are they down here like looking for trouble, they're down here trying to leech off of someone. That's why you have to be mindful too. You always have to be mindful. It's it's kind of cool. I mean, I guess I can say, like, people always want me to do people that passed over, like, do a reading on so and so, and I'd be kind of hesitant because I don't know where their energy is. Like, I just be feeling guided not to sometimes. The only instance where I really felt like I had the channel message was with XX and Tentacion, if I'm saying his name right. That was the only time. And I will be honest, I do feel like, and it's not just me, because I know there's other readers out there too that feels the same way. And I have a friend that work like channel, because we like, I gotta look into this. I gotta see what this is about. Something about it. And I'll be honest, I feel like he does try to communicate often, and I don't know what it's about. And it could just be with multiple like people that have an empathic gift to tap in. He might be trying to get, I don't know what it is. It's crazy. I don't know. But what's I gonna say? How to be better at tarot readings, or how to be good at tarot readings. I'm looking for from here. How to be, what can you recommend? At tarot, study as much. Just look it all up. Learn what you can about the tarot, the meanings and all of that. But develop your own connection and relationship with the tarot. Like, learn how to read it also from your perspective and how you see it. Not so much by the book all the time. Like, it helps to know by the book, but also you want to read it from how you pick it up. Because sometimes you're not going to pick it up from its exact meaning, because even in tarot cards, like, there's different types of tarot cards. You might see something, you could work with the same deck every day, but when you're working with someone, you can pick up something completely different than what you picked up from the next person. No matter how many times you looked at the deck, you might find something different you didn't see. um but yeah, I don't stick by the book by anything. Yeah, I'm not really scared by that anymore. It's just being mindful. They went to a graveyard? What? With a Ouija board? That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, Ouija boards are like an old African ancient thing, so it's kind of like we demonize it, but that's the thing about being mindful because you don't know what you're going to call in. That's the only thing you have to be mindful of. You can't go in scared with stuff, but just be mindful. Like, if you don't want to pick up something you don't want to pick up, like, be mindful. Just don't dabble with certain stuff. If you're afraid to dabble into it, don't do it. A sponge, I feel like what he means by you're a sponge, he might mean, like, you're empathic. Like, you pick up energies. You carry energies well. Like, you could walk into a room and you can just feel like a person, like they're in a bad mood, or you can just pick up something that's off about a person. Not in your house. JFK, that's crazy. Um, for learning tarot, you can write, like, take notes. Like, they have tarot books, they have tarot websites, like Tarot Wikipedia, I think it's called. TarotHaven.com. They have all kind of websites, but they have books. You can get books. When you get a tarot deck, like, you can get a tarot deck that has, like, the big book in it. It's more detailed. Um, and keep notes. Like, some tarot decks, like, in the books, they have, like, a note section in the back where you can write down notes, too. Um, yeah. It's cool sometimes because you can help people. When you pick up energy, you can help. And I don't mind doing mediumship readings for certain people because I feel like I'm helping them, but it's just like I don't want to say careful, but you do have to be mindful. And I remember one time, um, I'll never forget this. So when one of my houses that we lived in, I don't know if you guys ever seen, like, on an Xbox, because some people have complained about seeing paranormal activity on their Xboxes. Like, they pick up, like, they can see objects and they can see figures and bodies and stuff. I'll never forget, like, one time, my mom's boyfriend, he had an Xbox, and they were playing some little game or whatever. And there was, like, a little figure, like a little short figure, like a little kid, standing right there. And I think they, like, hit it or something, and it, like, moved like it was, like, stop. Or I don't know. It was weird. But, because I'm open, so I asked, like, if there was an energy in the house. And I picked up, it was a little kid and another kid there. And my brother, he's intuitive, too. He said when he was outside or whatever, he picked up there was kids playing in the backyard, which I believe in. So, I mean, but they were harmless, though. They were harmless. They weren't, like, evil energies or anything. I didn't mind it. They were in the house. Oh, well. As long as they weren't harming us, they weren't harming us or anything, but they were there. Their presence was known. I felt their presence. So it was weird. And it's crazy. Is my mom intuitive? Yeah. She reads, well, she only reads cards when I ask her to, but it's not often. You know, I feel like she can pick up the card. She's not a tarot card person. She's more like an oracle card person. But when she does, it resonates every now and then. Oh, I felt like that too, Ethan. I went to this concert and it was like all these people around me. I just felt uncomfortable. Because you can just pick up. That's the only thing I can't stand. How to strengthen your intuitive abilities? Just keep working on them. There's so many ways you can do it. You can do intuitive exercises with yourself, your friends. You can write down predictions, like, this is going to happen to me, or what's the next thing that's going to happen to me in the next 10 days? What can I expect? And just write down whatever you get and see if it works. You can play little, intuitive games with yourself, and see if you get it. Yeah. When I realized my gifts, how old was I? I guess I didn't really start paying attention until I started wanting to learn about tarot and oracle cards, and that was not even that long ago. Maybe like 4 years ago that I was kind of interested in these things. I didn't see it as a gift. I kind of just see it like, oh, anybody can read. So I'm going to buy my own deck, and I'm just going to pull some cards for me and see what I get, not knowing that it does take, you know, a connection to pick up energies. I thought it was just as simple as like, oh, okay. Because it was like that for me. When I bought my first deck, I just shuffled. I didn't have, oh, I got to do it this way. I need to pray. I got to do it like this. I got to do it like that. I just shuffled the cards like any other card deck. And I pulled and I was like, oh, that message was accurate. So that's how I got into it. And then I was like, I want to do it for friends and family. So I actually, that's when I started working with my intuition. It's weird. I love Sailor Moon. I'm not really into the whole twin flame thing. Like, I mean, at that point that I was into, because it started becoming, and it still is, seeming, it kind of feels like a religion to me, how people are so into it. But I still can get the point in it. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. I understand where people are coming from. But I'm just not into it like that. Like, it's some holy religious thing. I'm not into it like that. It's kind of become an obsession for some people. So I don't really dabble into that stuff no more. Yeah, soulmates and twin flame stuff. Soulmate connection, I feel like, are a little bit different. If I had to choose, I would say I would rather have a soulmate connection because it's a soul thing. It's not, yeah, I can go into that, but I'm not going to get into it. Yeah, it is a painful experience. It's not to be romanticized. I mean, it's just something with the title on it, but the experience, to say that you only have one twin flame is some bullshit, because I've experienced that with a few people. Yeah, soulmate is like some deep shit, because like a soul, you can't describe what a soul is. So to say like that's a deep connection, a soul mate, a soul, like that's a deep connection to me. To me, that's how I see it. But what's I gonna say? I don't know what I was going with that, but yeah, I love Sailor Moon. Right, a best friend. Hmm. I feel like you have to become your own soulmate first. Like, you have to know your own soul and your own self in order to see and recognize another person. It's deeper than just, oh, he's fine or she's fine, or, oh, I'm having these experiences and I'm having these dreams and stuff. Like, so what? I have weird dreams about my best friends in my dreams, like prophetic dreams, and that doesn't mean anything like that. It's not that deep as people are making it out to be. But, yeah, you just, you know, but you have to know yourself. It's not just like, I don't know, because I feel like the twin flame thing is supposed to be divine love, but it comes across as obsessive, and it's almost like it's not about you anymore. It's about you and this person coming together. Like, it has to be, it has to happen, and it's just off. It's just off to me. It's very unhealthy how it's being taught or how it's being spread. Like, the information spread about it is not healthy at all. Like, I see the point, I get where they're going with it, but it's too much. Yeah, a lot of them are toxic connections. Like, I'm not gonna say everybody I read for that I've done, because I started off as doing twin flame reading. That's how I started on YouTube, and I knew it was unhealthy when I denounced that I felt guided not to do twin flame readings anymore. How people were coming at me, and it was kind of religious and disgusting. It's like almost like saying, "Oh, Jesus and the Bible don't exist," or Christianity is not real, and people come at you like, "Oh, you're going to hell." It was like that with the twin flame thing. And that's when I knew this is not healthy. Like, this isn't divine shit. This is some crazy shit. Like, excuse my language, but that's when I knew it was off, because people were like, oh, you're just jealous because you don't have a twin flame and blah, blah, blah. I'm unfollowing you. It was ridiculous. I lost like hella subscribers because of that. It was crazy. Crazy. And all I said was, I don't feel guided to do it, and I'm not doing these readings anymore. And people came at me like crazy. Mm. I feel like we can have connections to people. I mean, there's always a reason for a connection, but it's not to be taken like it's gotta be, I gotta be with this person. It's just too much. It's too much. And I can't take away from people's experience, because whatever you believe in is real to you, so I can't do that. But the fact that I just had people, like, hate me and, like, come at me like that, and I knew at that moment, like, this is some religious or something deeper than what it is, and that scared me a little bit. Like, this isn't healthy. But, because I feel like I'm a love reader. Like, I'm the type of person supposed to help people with love. That's just what I feel like I'm here. At least most of my readings, I feel like I can do other things, of course, like help people with family issues and stuff like that. And I have a connection to animals and children and stuff like that. I feel like I can reach anybody. But when it comes to love, I feel like that's more my purpose a little bit. And coming and being in a so-called twin flame connection and experiencing all of that, and not just with one person, I just came to a realization it's not a fairy tale like what it seems, and it's just what it is. Okay, well then I'm running, yeah, I'm running a special right now until Monday, a $5 special, $5 reading special for 5 questions or 5 topics if you're interested. You can check my description box, and my other, or I did a post, never mind, I did a community post on my channel, like under the community. I did a post about it today if you want to check it out. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, whatever the connection is to whomever, you should never be attached to anything or anybody. That's just my take on it. Regardless of if this person is the divine connect for you or whatever they are, you should never get attached to the point where it's like it has to be this and it has to be that and they got to do this and they got to do that. Should never be that. It should never be that. Because that would defeat the purpose of unconditional love. If you're attached to something that's not unconditional. That's what I learned. And that's with anybody, any relationship or any situation. You can't just detach yourself or attach yourself to people, because it starts to get very unhealthy. Yeah, I'm a hopeless romantic too. I want love all day. I just want it to be healthy, because I know what it's like to be in unhealthy relationships, and I don't ever want to go through that again. Yeah. You have to work. You definitely do have to work on yourself, and you have to love yourself for yourself. Like, dude, I can be a great woman to you and all of that, but I can't do that if I can't be a great woman for myself. And on top of that, I have a child that is a girl too, as a woman. So I can't be slacking as a woman, and yeah. Right. I mean, anything that's meant to be is going to be. And I feel like I have to remind myself of that too, because I want certain things. But I'm like, if it's not in my divine highest good for it to be, then it just won't be. And I'm not going to force it to be. I'm going to just be open to what Spirit has for me. And that's the hardest thing, because I'm a Taurus. We're stubborn, and we like things set in our ways. We want it to be like this, or we want it to be like that. And sometimes it's not meant to be that way. And I trust that a higher aspect of me knows better than my flesh knows what I want and what's meant for me. That's my biggest thing I have to remember. That I don't know everything in this fleshly body. So, she's read for me before, actually. She's 8. I've read for her before, and she's read for me before. You're only 17, Ethan. You got so much time. You have, like, so much time to find that. But because you're working on yourself at such a young age, that's actually an awesome thing, though. Because you're young and you recognize that you have things that you have to work on. That's actually a good thing, actually. Not too many kids your age can say that. Yeah, it seems like that since I become, like, more spiritually in tune with myself, it is harder to date people. Ever since then, I've been technically I haven't been in a serious relationship in like 5 years, 5 or 6 years. I dated someone last year for like 2 months, and it didn't go far. But it seems like it is hard to really get to know people when you're more aware, because it's like I can't settle. There's no way in me that I can just like settle. I can't do it. It's almost like spirit won't even let me, it won't even allow me to just be like, get into something just because, like, I'm single. I just want to kick it with someone right now. Like, it's not even, it doesn't even seem like it's meant for me to have that. So I don't even push or try. If I feel guided to, like, talk to somebody, I will. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah. Yeah. For kids, I would say the first deck, if you're going to get them a deck, maybe an Oracle deck or something. But my little girl went straight for the tarot, so I don't know. I guess, or let her pick out her own deck. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are young, but it's a good thing. I would say, like, at your age, to be focused on yourself and bettering yourself and your spirituality and being in tune with yourself. That's actually an awesome thing. Like, it's awesome. So kudos to y'all for being so young, but, working on yourselves. Because me at that age, I wouldn't think about that. What was I thinking about that age? Nothing. Not really, at least. Not spirituality and bettering myself. No. That wasn't where my mind was at that age. Yeah, I feel like actually, honestly, from my opinion, I would say Oracle cards are a little more, like, they can be interpreted in so many more ways than tarot, because it seems like, of course, like tarot you can too, but they're structured to the tarot. And Oracle cards, you kind of can do more a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's because Oracle is my first love. I think my first deck was the Oracle deck, but yeah. And Sagittarius moon, yeah. Yeah, it can be weird to, like, be connected to things that you once were connected to and people you were once connected to, especially if they don't, because you don't want to come across as crazy and you don't want to be seen as odd and weird, so you do try to balance it out. Like, I'm going to balance it out. I'm going to talk about chakras, but I'll watch Love and Hip Hop, every now and then. So it's kind of like you have to still have a balance. Like, yeah, I can meditate, but then I can also go to the club and have fun sometimes. Like, I can't do it every time like I used to, just go out to the club all the time. I can't do that. But, yeah. Aquarius is actually, I would say Aquariuses are actually very spiritual and enlightened. I know they say, like, water signs are, like, the most intuitive, but I feel like Aquarians are very, because their mind goes outside of the box. Most Aquariuses, at least. I have 2 Aquariuses in my life, my mom and my daughter, and yeah, my daughter's kooky, but she has some Aries, I think she's an Aries moon, So, you know, she's got a lot going on. Yeah. I don't think that it's not an insecurity to be spiritual and to be into things, because I'm blessed to have people in my life who are open to spirituality. People in my family. I have a couple of friends in my life and a couple of friends online and stuff that I've met that I have that connection with. I don't feel so crazy. But in the beginning, I really did feel alone. I really did. And it's only because I didn't open up. And when I started opening up to people, I found like they were going through things too. So at first, they might open up later, Ethan, because at first I had a few family members that were not accepting of what I was into at all. And I was surprised that my mom was. My dad, he's not. He's cool with what I do. At the same time, he's not, though. He doesn't condone it. My grandmother, of course, does not condone it. But some of my family have opened up to it, though. It's weird. Right. My dad, okay, that's funny you say that. My dad is actually psychic. Like, he can be like, oh, you're going to have a son, you're going to have a daughter, and this is so-and-so. I feel like so-and-so is going to get in a car accident. And it be happening, but he doesn't want to own it. Be like, how are you going to be talking about what I do, but you're actually a psychic? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. You could elegance just to get your feet wet, or you can give readings to people who are open, like your friends or your family, people you work with or something. I used to give readings to people when I worked at a call center. I was reading and stuff, and I had people like, can you give me a reading? And I was shocked. I was like, y'all want a reading? Because I thought people were going to look at me like I was crazy. But I would start with like people around you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I find it funny because a lot of people, I don't want to say like black people, because a lot of our ancestry comes from like Africa and like down south, like very spiritual stuff down south, and like some of our practices we still do that. Like my family be like, we need to every New Year's, let's cook black eyed peas, and like y'all don't know y'all performing rituals, like, but y'all in your head you're thinking like it's family tradition, but it's just weird. It's funny to me, and I think it's so hypocritical. I think it's just ignorance, though. I think it's just ignorance sometimes. Leos are readers. Readings on myself, sometimes. I find that I can tap in better when I'm not attached to something. I just pull on it randomly and I stop. But when I start trying to get to the root of something, then it's like, yeah, I start to get all in my head about it. So it's not good to be too detached. Um, but yeah, like traditions such as like wreaths on your door, like people have superstitions about don't sweep my feet in the kitchen, like it's bad luck. Like all this stuff, like where do you guys get that from? Like, where does that come from? Make sure you put this in front of your door. Make sure you put this in your purse for good luck. Like, all that is like some rituals and spells, and like, it's just funny. I want to tell my grandma that sometimes, like, put it in her head, like, you're judging me, but you don't know where these traditions came from. Like, your ancestors could have been into voodoo and you're using it, but you don't know it, right? It's just funny. Me too, Ethan. I always said I don't want a guy who's extra, like, I don't want him to be like me, like, yeah, I want him to be intuitive to where he pays attention to his like surroundings and his feelings, and if something's not right. But I don't want him to be like, let's do readings together. Like, I just I can't see that, and I would not be into all that. I wouldn't even be into a guy who's like extra spiritual, because I feel like you need to have a balance. I think I need a guy that's balanced, but I don't want him to be like blind, deaf, and dumb to where he's just like, don't know nothing. Like, he's just dense as hell. But I need balance. I don't think I would be good with someone who's like, let me get your natal chart, goddess. And that stuff is just dumb to me. I'm sorry. I think you need a healthy balance. I don't want that. It's funny. You need a balance. Astro Twitter. Who's that? I do my male voice. Like, I'm goofy like that. Any tips on grounding yourself? I don't know if it's because I'm an earth sign, but grounding myself requires going out in nature sometimes. It really does work. Or sleep. Sleeping helps me, but no. The astrology community, Ontario. Oh. Yeah. I don't think I would be attracted to a guy that came up to me and was like, Goddess, I want to read your future. I'd be like, oh no. I need a balance. I do. But I have boyfriends that were not even into stuff like this, and they would let me read for them. I like that. Like, if you're open-minded and you're cool with it, I like that. That's cool. Games. What do you mean you love games? Yeah, I like the open-minded types, but not the types that are into it that trying to teach me like, oh, this is the sun looks like this because the ancient Egyptians. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm just not into that. Cause kind of in a way it seems kind of egotistical. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to spirit. Like, some spiritual men are extra and they kind of come across as egotistical and like full of themselves. Like, and this number manifested in this date, and like all that stuff is stupid to me. I'm just being honest. Oh, somebody did voodoo on you. Right. I don't like players either. But I mean, I feel like we'll always attract the good and the bad. So I mean, just expect it. It's just up to you to be like, I don't want you. Keep it moving. Because you're always gonna attract something messed up, and you're always gonna attract something good. It's just take what comes to you that you resonate with. If it's asshole, it's just like whatever. Assholes, haters, they always gonna come and go. It is what it is. They have to exist. What do you mean? Yeah, see, I knew my specials were gonna do good. So I say 3 to 5 business days from the day that you made a purchase. But if I need more time, I'll let you guys know. Cause I know, like, cause that other special I did, I was like, I thought I can get these out. No, it's not gonna happen. Like, no. And on top of that, I went out of town, so that just kind of delayed it. But I'll let you guys know if if that happens, if I need more time. But 3 to 5 business days, and I appreciate you guys. Creeps and stalkers, me too, Ethan. Lately, I don't know what it is, and I don't want to call them creeps because that's disrespectful. But I attract a lot of people, like, I don't know why they just be like, I'm just so into you, or like, I'm in love with you, and like, where are you getting this from? Like, these are people I don't even know, I've never met, I've never talked to like that. I don't know why. I don't know why, and I'll say men and women, and I don't know why, because I don't date women. I've never dated a woman, so it's kind of like I don't know why. But it seems like it's a catch-22. Like, is this a curse or something? Because every guy that I like, it's not easy like that. I've had one guy in my life that I was into who was like, did you put a spell on me? Because we had a really deep bond. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did love that person. I still do. I have love for them, let's say. I'm not in love with them like that, but I do. Like, nigga, I didn't put no spell on you. Like, if I do love spells, my love spells are to attract getting to know people. It would never be to take away somebody's free will and make them love me, make them want to be with me and all this shit. No. But I know. I think it's because if you're like an empath and you're sweet and you love people or you just naturally want to help people, you'll attract people that not necessarily have issues, but they might, you know, see some sort of nurturing aspect. And I have to realize that, like, what I do, I might attract people that um, are attracted to my nurturing side or attracted to something that I have to offer. Who knows? But I don't know where they be like, I'm in love with you or I love you. I don't know where they get that from. Like, I don't know why, but okay. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, girl. Yeah, the couples thing, like, ooh, me and my man, oh no. I remember I went on this dating site because my friend at the time suggested I do it. So I'm like, yeah, let me try it just to get on here and see what's up. And I had couples like, me and my man want to get hooked. No, I'm like, no. Mm-mm. No. I don't know y'all like that to be like, uh-uh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, don't lose hope that I'm not going to say like there's only one person like that out there for you. I feel like there's so many options that you can have. It just depends on, you know, what you're open to. You'd be surprised what you can come across. You could probably even have better. Right. I feel like when the time comes for me to meet that one that I would have so much to offer this person. And of course, I want them to be able to offer me something their best too. You know, I don't want to be in a relationship where somebody's just taking and one person just giving their all. Because I've been in situations like that. I've been in unhealthy relationships where there's back and forth. 1 minute, you know, cheating, lying, jealousy, deception. It's who wants to deal with that? I don't want those type of relationships no more. It's just not even worth it. Mean ass in-laws. I don't either. I want to get along with the person's family, and I want a person to get along, or their family to get along with my family too. Me too. That's important. Right. It's very important. But I've been single for so long that it's like, it's not a bad thing, I wouldn't say. It does get tiring at times, but then it's peaceful in itself. Like, it's peace within itself because I've had a lot of time to understand myself and learn what I need to let go of and heal. And I feel like I have always have something new to learn and heal within myself. But I feel like it's actually a good thing because I feel like it's preparing me. So I would hope that whatever I attract is prepared for me. True. That's true, Tanisha. You do have to have self-love to have a healthy relationship. Like, I feel like you have to love yourself more than you love him or her. And they'd have to love themselves more than they love you, meaning they have to be good within themselves. If they're not, it's just like you're going to have a doormat. You're going to have a pet, a puppy, a dog that just does whatever and doesn't care. They don't have any morals. They don't have any say-so. No backbone. Nothing. You don't want somebody like that. I used to be like that. We all probably all have. It's just a part of learning. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't want to be alone. I used to be like that, but now that I see like the other side of it, like shit, I love my peace of mind because there's some nights where I was not sleeping good. I was worried about what he was doing, when he was gonna come home, when he was gonna come back. Why was he acting like this? Why is he doing this? Nobody wants to live like that. Just to say I have a man, nah, I'm good. all the way good. Right. Yeah, sometimes you do need your space, and I'm a Taurus, so I know how it is. Like, after a while, I be like, I love seeing you every day, but then there's those moments where I'm like, I'm good with not talking to you. Unless I get in that clingy, codependent mode where I don't trust you, then I'm like, no, I need you around 24/7. I need you to call me 24/7. I need you to FaceTime me, and I don't want to go back to that type of person. I don't want to be that no more. You need some fun. Yeah, we all do. I try to say to myself, like, I just want to fling, but then I know that's not true because I'm someone that does want something real. I've been there. I've had some flings and had no attachments to people. And it always is catch-22 because those are the ones that will be in love with you. And you're like, if I wanted you, you wouldn't even want me like this. It's just so funny. It's funny how spirit works. Yeah, I mean, if my man could be one of my best friends, I'm not gonna say like I want him to be my best friend, like nobody else can be my best friend, but I want him to be one of my best friends, and him, for me to be his one of his best friends too, because it's like you want fun, you want somebody you can laugh with, you want somebody you can do different things with, you can open up to, and be yourself with, and still at the same time be cool when you're apart, because it's like, do you and your best friend have to do everything together? No. Like, you would be cool with her, like, I imagine if she's out of town somewhere, you don't always have to be with her. So, I mean, I want a relationship like that. And, of course, to trust that person not being around you. Because some people you can't even trust them going to the grocery store. It's horrible. Aries, Cancer, and Taurus, man. I think my favorite, like, I'm always attracted to Gemini men or Libra men. All the time. It never fails. Like, yeah, I think fire signs too. I think fire signs, I'm attracted to fire sign men. But I'm always attracted to Gemini and Libra men. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know. There are players. I can see Libras being players. I've had some experience with Libras because they're too flirty. They're too flirty. I'm a Taurus. So you know what I'm talking about, Tanisha. But I think, yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. Because I think it's like intellectual, and then it's that playful, adventurous aspect of them too. Like, they can be goofy. And Libras can finesse you all day. Like, they're good with their words too. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. A guy with that, yeah. I guess that's what it is. Yeah. That is what it is. Ooh, that's horrible. You want to date an Aries man? That'd be interesting. Libra women are fun. I like Libra. I have a lot of Libra women friends. I like Libras. Men and women Libras are cool. I get along with the female aspects of the signs more than I do with the males. Like, Scorpio women, I'm cool with them. Scorpio men, I can't stand them. I can't. I simply cannot. Leos, I don't think I've ever had a female Leo friend that I can think of. I don't have any Leo family members, so I can't say for sure that I know of. But Leo men are attractive. I'm usually attracted to them too, I would say. But not more than I am to Geminis. I'd be like, damn, this is another Gemini. Like, that's just all I'm just about. It's freaking Geminis. But I don't know. I'm like, damn. Like, oh my God, what's your sign? Oh, I'm like, oh hell. Oh, two Leos together probably wouldn't be a good idea. I don't know how that would work. Just like two Tauruses together, but they say Taurus women and men can get along. I mean, I guess I can see that to some extent. But what was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I have like two cousins in my family that are male Tauruses, and we bump heads all the time. But like we play fight and all that, like we get along on that level. But yeah, yeah. But what's up? I'm actually gonna get off. I hate to get off soon as like a new person joins, but I think we're well over time. What's up, Frankie? What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Ooh. It's 9 o'clock, y'all. And at least where I'm at. I don't know what time it is where you guys are. But I enjoyed the chat, you guys. Even though we always go off. When I do lives, it's supposed to be one topic, but we always go to the left, which is cool. It's cool. I think it's meant to be that way, so I'm not taking away from it. I hope you guys have a lovely new moon. And I hope that you also have a lovely Friday the 13th, because that's a lucky day. Turn it into a lucky day for you. Don't think of it as something negative. So, alright. I will see you guys tomorrow, technically Friday. I'm doing my happy hour Friday readings, by the way. I forgot to post on that, but I will post first thing tomorrow. So if you guys want to catch me on live for a one-question reading for $5, you guys can join me tomorrow, 5:30 Pacific time. 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you guys are unable to catch the live but still want to pay for one question, I always leave the chat up after the fact so you can go back and watch it, and I'll leave timestamps with your name so that you can know when your reading comes up so you don't have to sit and wait through the whole process. But much love to you. Thank you for watching. Peace.